Are you in your 20s or 30s? How do you currently feel about life? Do you feel safe, hopeful, looking forward to a productive future? I would bet that many of you will say no, and you will have an absolute right to as well, because you've been well and truly let down by those who have been systematically destroying the very structure of life as previous generations have known and experienced it. Make no bones about it. The way society is set up now, it hasn't been an unfortunate accident or unavoidable. It's come about because those who have managed to acquire any degree of power have milked the system for all it's worth and pushed their personal, self-serving agendas persistently over a period of years. They've taken and taken. They've lied and lied. They've passed the buck, deflected, and manipulated at every turn possible. But how on earth have they managed to get away with it? I suppose it doesn't really matter. The fact remains that they have gotten away with it. And yet, these are our fellow human beings, apparently believing that they are smarter and more powerful than God or the Creator, whatever name you choose to give it. They are playing God, or should I say, they are playing the devil with a mask on. Now, when these people leave this world, and they will, because we are all going to die one day, they will have to face themselves and their true motivation. Because you see, no matter how we dress things up, our true motivation can never be hidden. We can't hide from ourselves when this life is over, and there is no one to bully, bribe, manipulate, and silence. So the real victims of all of this are our young people. The 20s especially, and the 30s, have never been the easiest period of a human soul's life at the best of times. Because you're expected to figure out what you intend to do with your life, make a plan, get a good job, and above all, you are supposed to chase security at all costs. See, security is the holy grail for most human souls. And whilst I'm not dissing that, because I too find a stable life more productive and comfortable than an unstable, insecure life, the desire for security kind of has the capacity to become a bit of a prison, in that we might be encouraged to settle for something that doesn't fulfill us or satisfy us or inspire us in favour of a secure job. In fact, we are likely to be praised for that. And once we've invested time and energy into something, into a career pathway that turns out not to be for us after all, it can feel terrifying to break out and make a change because we fear that too much risk is involved. However, that's always been the way, always been a dilemma for our young, who are our future leaders, shifters and shapers. But now, thanks to sinfully poor leadership and growing corruption, and the millions who will do exactly as they are told, be it right or wrong, for fear of castigation, cancellation, or rejection by their peers, our young have been placed in the most difficult position in my living memory. And I'm 68 now. Not only can many of you not afford to be able to rent or buy a home, career opportunities are in short supply, and you have little spare or available cash for anything other than the basics. Whilst those who have created this criminal state of affairs are not worrying at all about how they're going to get to the end of the month financially. Whilst paying lip service and coming up with new rules and laws that restrict its citizens even further. But for me, the biggest sin of all, the worst thing of all, is the manipulation of young minds by those with their own insidious agendas. Educators, politicians, activists, all with their own ideas and plans for how the world should be run. If I could say anything to you, it's to urge you, actually no, beg you, to think for yourself. I don't care how young you are. 16, 18, 20, 25, whatever. By all means, support your cause. Young people have always campaigned, have always adopted causes, which makes them especially vulnerable to the manipulation of those who are older, have some form of authority or power, and an agenda to push. Get them young is how they see it. So, yeah, be open-minded, but be aware. Don't accept anything you are being taught or preached at face value. Do your due diligence before you decide upon a belief. Get the facts, not the emotional arguments. Be willing to consider both sides of a story before jumping to a conclusion. Now, this might well cause you to be unpopular with some or many even, and you might even be ostracized. But do you really want to be part of an unquestioned, unconsidered, unchallenged agenda? On the other hand, this kind of thinking will be the making of you. It will empower you, and it will help you to empower the human race. Just because you are young doesn't mean that you are stupid or unable to see through the smoke screens and manipulation. To underestimate you is their biggest mistake. You might, after having considered a situation from all angles and been on your fact-finding mission, that you still feel that a cause is genuinely worth fighting for, in which case stand your ground, honestly and openly, but with dignity and determination. There are already enough idiots running around on planet Earth, screaming, shouting, blaming, deflecting, and forcing their views on other people. We don't need any more. We need intelligence and consciousness and courage and fairness right now more than ever. So you can see the spotlight is on you. Know that there are millions, possibly billions of you struggling to create a decent life with room for growth and hopes for a bright future. The very same thing that other generations have had. I don't have a magic wand, and believe me, I wish I did. So all I can say is don't give up and don't give in. You are our future. You are our future businesswomen and men, politicians and leaders. Don't buy into all of the baloney, and don't buy into the drama, and don't fall into despair. Push back in whatever way you can. Develop a relationship with something greater than yourself, whatever name you wish to give it. Because this is your life, and you are as entitled and as important as every other living soul. No one is better than you, even if they do have money, power, or even physical beauty. Just because they have placed themselves in the position of being the ruler of the human race, as I said, playing God, when they leave this world, they will leave with nothing other than their conscience and the truth about the life they lived. We'll get through this. Be strong, keep believing, challenge, question, and take excellent care of yourself. And above all, think for yourself. And wherever you are in the world, I wish you good luck, good health, and happiness. Bye for now.